Welcome to the Swamp Chat, brothers and sisters. I'm your host, Steve Vest. The year is 1970. It's July 4th in Byron, Georgia, the famous Atlanta Pop Festival. The Atlanta Pop Festival was not in Atlanta, Georgia, but in Byron. I was there. Thom Doucette and I played the harmonicas for the Allman Brothers Band, and Jimi Hendrix and his Experience was there. And Jimi was backstage with me and Gregg. Gregg was on his right side and I was on his left side, and Jimi made a statement about Lynyrd Skynyrd. He said Lynyrd Skynyrd, he said, Gregg, I'm surprised that Lynyrd Skynyrd's not here. They're one great rock and roll band. And Gregg said, yeah, they opened up for us in Jacksonville for a while. They are a really great rock and roll band. I agree, Jimi. These are direct quotes from Gregg Allman and Jimi Hendrix. And I thought to myself, well, now, how did Jimi know what Lynyrd Skynyrd sound like when they're back in Jacksonville? It was 1970. And so later on, Dwayne and I got together, and Dwayne said to me, he said, Steve, let's go over to the concession stand and get ourselves a hot dog. I said, now, Dwayne, there's only one way that Jimi Hendrix could have known about Lynyrd Skynyrd's music, and that would mean you. And I said, because there's no other way that he would have heard their music. And he said, my stash, man. Now, he wasn't talking about a stash of drugs. He wasn't talking about a stash of money. He was talking about his own private collection. You see, Dwayne had his own reel-to-reel tape recorder, as the Allman Brothers had their own reel-to-reel tape recorder. Dwayne's was a little smaller, so he could carry it in a satchel. And he would tape all the live concerts with other bands. So he had this huge collection that he called his stash. What? And I said, at the Forest Inn? He said, yeah, at the Forest Inn. He said, Steve, I taped Lynyrd Skynyrd live at the Forest Inn with us when they were playing with us, and then I turned them on to Jimi Hendrix before the Atlanta Pop Festival. Well, knowing Dwayne, I had the privilege of knowing Dwayne for 6 years. Knowing Dwayne Allman, I knew that this was just Dwayne's personality. You see, Dwayne ate, breathed, and lived the music. This is another great story to back up the fact that Lynyrd Skynyrd is the most original and the best rock and roll band ever. I'll see you at the next Swap Chat, brothers and sisters.